Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Fíjense que por razones de tiempo no había tenido oportunidad de subir este video, ya que estuve pasando tiempo editándolo, pero no había tenido oportunidad de subirlo. Entonces, viendo que se pasó el tiempo, pues ya no lo hice, pero el día de hoy lo traigo para ustedes, ya que me han estado mandando mensajes por Messenger, por Facebook, por YouTube, diciéndome que el efecto Mandela no es real, diciéndome que es una farsa, que son falsos recuerdos, que son falsas memorias. Entonces, pero ¿qué es lo que pasa cuando llega ya un empresario, cuando llega un presidente, cuando llega alguien de respeto, de prestigio y te dice, ¿sabes qué? El efecto Mandela es real. Pues ya la cosa cambia. Entonces, pues decidí subir el video, yo sabiendo que ya pasó tiempo. Y pues bueno, se lo voy a dejar aquí a continuación. Espero que lo disfruten y me dejen sus comentarios.
Hola amigos, sean bienvenidos al canal, espero se encuentren de lo mejor. El día de hoy les traigo un video muy interesante, un video que está en inglés, pero lo he traído subtitulado, escuchen bien, subtitulado al español, aquí exclusivamente en el canal de Bob Gringo. Y por esta recomendación le quiero dar gracias al canal de Pronogol, muchas gracias. Y pues si tú que nos estás viendo tienes alguna otra recomendación, algún otro tema del cual quieres que hable, pues házmelo saber aquí en la caja de los comentarios o en la página de Facebook, la cual te voy a dejar aquí el enlace para que vayas a verla. Y pues bueno, por fin terminé de subtitular este video. Así que pues lo único que te voy a pedir es que me apoyes con tu suscripción. Y pues, o si ya estás suscrito, que me ayudes a compartir este video en tus redes sociales, pues para que este mensaje llegue a las demás personas y para que la gente se entere de lo que está aconteciendo en el mundo. Y pues bueno, no te quito más tiempo, aquí te voy a dejar el video para que vayas a verlo. Y pues que lo disfrutes y nos estaremos viendo en un próximo video. Hasta la próxima, bye.
Hi, my name's Christopher Anatra. I'm the president and founder of a computer software technology company called NECS Incorporated. NECS creates a specialized line of software called Anatra, which was created for the specialized needs of the food distribution industry. A food distributor is someone that has a warehouse, they stock large quantities of food, they have a fleet of trucks, and they make deliveries to grocery stores and restaurants, etc. We've been doing this for over 25 years, so we have a lot of experience in this industry. We have over 2,000 clients that use our software, that depend on it for their day-to-day operations. I'm making this video for my clients to explain some possible causes for changes to their data and how it relates to quantum physics and a phenomena that's been called the Mandela effect. First off, what do I mean by changes to your data? Over the last 3 to 4 years, there's been a growing amount of NECS clients that have been calling in saying that the numbers on their reports and dashboards do not appear to be accurate. Now, this is something that causes NECS, our technical support department, to spend a large amount of time and resources helping customers figure out what's going on and if the reports are accurate or not.
This video is not to make an excuse for a software bug or corrupted data in your Anatra data tables. When the data is manually audited, including going back to hard copy invoices, etc., purchase orders, the data on reports and dashboards is proven to be accurate and correct. This issue causes hours and days, sometimes weeks, of wasted time for both NECS, technical support, and our clients. What is happening? I believe that NECS is the first technology company to come out in the open to expose what is happening that is causing sometimes critical, mostly unexplainable, deviations in your data. It's okay if after you're presented with this information, you are confused, you have more questions, or you even think that I, as the president and founder of a software company, am a little eccentric or out there. That's okay. One thing I want to stress is that the entire staff at NECS, which is almost 40 employees, appreciates and cares about your business. We feel we have the best software without question for food distribution. My team of 10 programmers sincerely cares to provide the best software with some important new products that we're going to be releasing in 2020. My team of 11 technical support staff, they truly also care, and they want to ensure your experience with our software is the best And of course, all your data is completely accurate. So let's begin. For example, you might look at a report or a dashboard and know from your memory if one of your customers purchases much more or less of a certain item than you expected. It would raise some red flags in your mind. Well, NECS client data is very specific to a specific NECS client. For example, if you regularly sold 10 cases of pepperoni to Joe's Pizza every month, another client in another state would have no idea about that. Instead, a really good way to illustrate that your data is changing has to do with your product descriptions, especially with descriptions of items that are common that we all know. What do I mean? Let's start with an example. The avocado. Many of my clients are produce distributors and they sell a lot of avocados. The most popular type of avocado is the, what's it called? HA blank S. What do you think? HA blank S. What goes in the blank? Well, the answer is another S. HASS. Hass. Did you think it was Haas? HAAS? Look it up. Google it. The Haas avocado, HAAS, has never existed. It has always been called Hass, HASS. The story of how these avocados were discovered has also changed. In the past, from my research, they were crossbred by a German botanist named Rudolf Hass, Haas. I specifically remember reading about his story. However, now, you can Wikipedia this, they were accidentally discovered growing in the backyard of a post office worker named Rudolf Hass. Now, if you thought it was actually Hass, that's okay. There's actually no wrong answers. Now, does this mean I, or possibly you, just have a really bad memory? As a food distributor, you want to make sure you spell your items correctly on your purchase orders, your invoices, etc., especially because if it's spelled wrong, you may not get paid. Now, when you go ahead and you research this for yourself on Google, you're going to come across something called the Mandela effect. I'm going to address that soon and what it means, because it is actually key to beginning to understand what's going on. And it's also very important to understand that these changes may be completely obvious and appear incorrect to you, but others may say, of course, they've always been called a Hass avocado. This is one more layer which makes this phenomena difficult to understand. Let's look at another example. Let's move on to the apple. A very popular type of apple, and the national apple of Canada is it the Macintosh apple or is it the McIntosh apple? The answer is McIntosh. Did you think it was Macintosh? This information change is also noteworthy because Apple Computer had released the Apple Macintosh computer in 1984, which we now know to be incorrectly named. They should have named it the Apple Macintosh computer. Let's look at another example. Stuffing is one of those foods we all eat around Thanksgiving, and I know that many of my clients sell a lot of stuffing mix around that time of year. Have you ever heard of a type of stuffing mix named Stouffer's Stovetop Stuffing? Think about it, Stouffer's Stovetop Stuffing. Impossible! Stouffer's Stovetop Stuffing has never existed. This stuffing mix was introduced by General Foods in 1972. It was then purchased by Kraft in 1995. It's never been called Stouffer's Stovetop Stuffing. Kraft reports at least 60 million boxes of their stuffing are sold a year. That's a lot of stuffing. The tagline is, if it's not stovetop, it's not Thanksgiving. I want to stress that this is not our software making these changes. Changes in data is a phenomena that software technology companies like NECS have been noting, most especially as it affects our bottom line and requires more technical support resources. Now there's a whole other list of these things. I'm just going to name off of some changes that might sound familiar to you. Fruit Loops cereal. Fruit Loops was always spelled F-R-U-I-T. Now it's spelled F-R-O-O-T. And it's always been that way since 1963, which is really interesting because I always used to say that unless sugar is a fruit, someone's going to be sued. And I guess their attorneys must have heard me in another timeline or something, and now it's F-R-O-O-T. Another one is Cup of Noodle Soup is now called cup noodles, and it's been that way since 1971. Scotchgard products are replaced with G-A-R-D instead of G-U-A-R-D. It's been that way since 1952. It just doesn't look right. Brussels sprouts are now Brussels sprouts. Say that 10 times fast. I don't think I can. Van de Kamp's pork and beans is now Van Camp pork and beans. It's been that way since the 1880s. Whiteout that they used to use on the typewriters in the old-fashioned days is now spelled W-I-T-E, out. It's been that way since 1956. Liquid plumber, instead of plumber being spelled like plumber, it's P-L-U-M-R, and it's been that way since 1969. And for those of my clients that service the nursing home industry, Depends adult diapers is replaced with Depend adult diapers. It went from Depends to Depend. That doesn't make any sense. What is going on? Quantum physics states that there are an infinite amount of parallel universes, and that the nature of our universe and all others in the multiverse is that they are holographic. As a reference, you can read a book called The Holographic Universe by Michael Talbot.
Y bueno, amigos, hasta aquí lo voy a dejar. Creo que quedó muy bien explicado lo que nos dijo Christopher Anatra. Y pues nada, espero sus comentarios. Comenten aquí abajo qué opinan respecto a esto. ¿Cuál es su opinión? Déjenme si tienen alguna otra sugerencia, si tienen algún otro tema, por favor háganmelo saber. Y pues nos estamos viendo en un próximo video. Hasta luego.